So Nadine, thanks ladies and gentlemen for joining us on this edition of the news on Equinox Television live from our headquarters in Cameroon's economic capital, Douala. Cameroon's Minister of Territorial Administration Atanganjipo once more threatens to ban the Cameroon Renaissance Movement CRM political party over what he qualifies as plans to destabilize President Paul Biya's country. He accused the party of incarcerated Professor Maurice Kamto of planning an uprising in the guise of a peaceful protest, and a non-governmental organization tells the government of the Republic of Cameroon to put in place structures that will help in the good upbringing of young people in order to curb the rising trend of insecurity, violence, and of course consumption of drugs and other ills in the academic milieu. Right, Nadine, thanks. Dear viewers, for staying with us into the second segment of this edition of the news on Equinox Television. And we're going to begin in the northwest region of the Republic of Cameroon, where bloodshed has continued as the Anglophone crisis continues deepening further. The lifeless body of a 19-year-old boy has been discovered in an advanced state of decomposition, as Stellambo reports.
It was at the foot of this hill at the third neighborhood in Santa subdivision that the remains of 19-year-old Fomete Neville Abene was discovered in an advanced state of decomposition. According to his friends, he was lastly seen on Friday, March the 29th, 2019, on his way to the farm. Since then, family, friends and well-wishers took turns to the farmlands in search for Neville to no avail.
I also have been calling, the number is not going through. I set an alarm. We went around, we tried to communicate to see his whereabouts. One of our brothers told us that he saw him going to the farm about 6 o'clock.
After investigations, family sources say all accusing fingers are pointing at his nephew, 21-year-old Kennedy Ngam Tamu.
I am very, very disappointed and surprised. What makes me to be disappointed and surprised is because this death is coming from my own brother. I am surprised. It is a wonderful thing. It's something that has never happened even in this village, that one child will kill the brother.
It was equally revealed that the mother to the prime suspect on Thursday, April 4th, told one of her sons to tell the family of the deceased that he had dreamt, and in his dream, the whereabouts of the deceased was revealed and that his body is lying between plantain suckers in the farmland. That is the exact location where the body was recovered on Friday, April 5th, 2019. The entire Wumbong neighborhood in Santa subdivision is in shock. The youth, men and women are in tears, mourning the loss of one whom they considered an inspiration to other young people in the area. Aside owning a provision store, the late Neville also indulged in agriculture. At present time, his body had been recovered and handed to his family for burial. Meanwhile, the suspected killer had been arrested in the littoral region where he had been hiding.
And Northwest Governor Adolphe Lafrique meets the head coach of PWD of Bamenda, who was kidnapped and later released after hours in captivity. The governor met with the coach and the team today as they prepare to encounter new stars that will be tomorrow. Stella once more.
Northwest Governor Adolphe Lafrique has this Saturday paid a visit to Team PWD of Bamenda shortly after today's training session. This visit comes after the coach of the team was kidnapped by gunmen on Friday, April 5th during a training session at the Catholic School Field Big Mansion, Bamenda, and later released on same day. The management of the Abakwa boys described the governor's visit as a moral booster to the players given that they are passing through trying moments. While pleading for the release of one of their supporters who was arrested for the non-possession of the national identification card, the PWG boys assured their fans they would do all to win their match against visiting New Stars of Douala come April 7th in Bamenda.
I have one problem because this morning the chairman took one of team supporter. Yes, because you were having lost document without ID card. Then when he saw the police, he started running. So we only pray that everything should move onward tomorrow, and we are going to take on your words and to see that we win the match tomorrow so that everything will be fine also.
Even though he is determined more than ever before to take the team to the highest heights, Coach Chopo Augustine still has his fears.
They're not doing everything, they're not doing nothing. They even tell me that they support the team. They have another problem. But for safety, they are very discouraged. And I'm confused. We have just, when they released me yesterday around 7:30, I was just carry my bag and go away. But I was thinking about this match tomorrow and players, my colleague, because they welcome me very well here.
The number one statesman of the region assures the team measures have been taken to ensure the smooth run of the activity. He equally called on all to contribute towards building a peaceful Northwest region.
And I'm seeing the opportunity you have given to me to promise the team, the management and the coach that no measure will be neglected to create and entertain that conducive environment, including mobilizing the supporters, the population, the security men, all the stakeholders to do their own, to take their own responsibility in bringing back long-lasting peace for our region. We are hoping that we are soon going to give a befitting burial to the crisis, and we cannot achieve that goal without the collaboration of the population, the traditional rulers, the elites, the religious authorities, everybody.
Chopo Augustine took over as head coach of PWG of Bamenda at a time when the team was last in Pool A with 9 points. He won his first match against Union Sportive of Douala by 2-0. Even though they still occupy the last position, a victory over visiting New Stars of Douala would take Team PWG forward. PWG Bamenda is the second team in the region whose coach has been kidnapped and later released. This comes few days after the former coach of Young Sports Academy was kidnapped and released.
In a bid to mitigate the devastating impact of the Anglophone crisis on business and state revenue, the government of the Republic of Cameroon offers a 30% reduction in tax revenue to business persons operating in the crisis-hit northwest and southwest regions of the country. Nji Donatos, senior tax or better treasury inspector, made this information public in the southwest regional chief town, Boya. A correspondent, Derek Jat of Housing details.
In a region characterized by sit-in strikes, known here as ghost town days or lockdown, businessmen and women say anything commercial is on its knees, and so too the revenue into the treasury. Reason why at a seminar on the nomenclature of the Southwest Treasury accounts for the 2019 financial jurisdiction, Mr. Angola Bassi, Treasury Paymaster General of the Southwest region, reviewed the financial situation in his area of command.
It's true that the situation is not good as it was 3 or 4 years ago, but today we are trying to do effort with the support of the hierarchy, the support of all the stakeholders.
The head of mission from Yaoundé, Mr. Nji Donatus, a senior treasury inspector, said the government is not unaware of the hardship and measures have already been taken to reduce taxes on businesses that will reopen in the conflict-hit regions.
The government has instituted an incitement for businesses that closed up in crisis zone like the Northwest, Southwest, and the extreme North, that if they want to reopen their businesses, we are going to give them a tax break of 30%. I mean, that's an incentive to promote business people to reopen their businesses in this crisis zone.
The seminar had as primary objective to drill public accountants of the Southwest region on how to execute the 2019 finance budget, laying more emphasis on the innovations for proper implementation. The Southwest public accountants were also challenged to double their efforts, especially in revenue collection.
And with regards to the rising trend of insecurity, violence, drug consumption, and other issues in schools across the Republic of Cameroon, a non-governmental organization has called on governments to put in place structures that will help in the proper upbringing of young people. And Zenu Network believes this will go a long way to curb the issues recorded in schools across the country. Details in this report by Smanjik and Gebre.
The increase in immoral behavior amongst the youth is threatening the school milieu with several social ills. Most recently, the stabbing to death of a student at GBHS Deido brings back very poor memories. According to the coordinator of a non-governmental organization known as Zenu Network, Flambon Zenang, I am calling on education authorities to go for the solutions rather than asking for who went wrong.
Chercher qui a tort ou qui a raison, mais plutôt rechercher comment sortir de là.
How can we get out of this semi-hell which has transformed our education sector into a terrain where drugs are consumed, sexual harassment, lack of respect for teachers, and the phenomenon of sexually transmitted marks have become the talk of the day? Zenu Network proposes pedagogic way for us to get out of this current situation plaguing most of our educational institutions. According to Floben Zenang,
Un dispositif qui se repose sur 4 piliers.
We should install denunciation boxes in secondary schools, put in place clubs that will sensitize young ones, create an observatory body that will verify that the denunciations are real, and also ensure that sanctions are given out.
Si ça ne marche pas très bien, on peut faire appel également à des personnes relais qui soutiennent les responsables dans ce combat.
It is an urgent call for our schools to be saved, for them to be the real centers of good upbringing of our young ones, and not areas for the training of drug addicts and killers.
Cameroon's Minister of Territorial Administration, Atanganji Paul, was once again threatened to ban the Cameroon Renaissance Movement CRM political party of incarcerated Professor Maurice Kamto over alleged plans to destabilize the country. In his last press statement, he accused the CRM political party of planning an uprising under the guise of a peaceful protest. Details with our reporter Fomi Armstrong Sanda.
Communique made public on the 5th of March 2019, Paul Atanganji of Territorial Administration says he will ban the Cameroon Renaissance Movement's political party if its supporters and sympathizers continue with what he qualifies as plans to destabilize Cameroon. Making reference to the planned nationwide peaceful demonstration of the party, initially billed for Saturday 6th of April and now moved to the 13th of April 2019, the minister said the move is a provocation and planned uprising. Though the Cameroon Renaissance Movement's political party leaders had announced a shift in the date of the protest from April 6, 2019 to April 13, Paul Atanganji says programming a protest on April 6, which is a significant date in Cameroon, is a proof that the CRM party is working on a plan to destabilize Cameroon. On April 6, 1984, Cameroon witnessed a failed coup d'etat. Atanganji accepted that the people of the northwest and southwest regions of the country are suffering, and he thinks that political parties, including the CRM, should concentrate on how to assist in bringing lasting peace to the affected regions. Describing the CRM party leaders as people who have made it a duty to defy state authority, Minister Atanganji promised to apply Law Number 90/56 of 19 December 1990 on the activities of political parties in Cameroon. He went further to categorically state that the protest march of the CRM party, billed for April 6 and 13, is banned across the National Triangle, and governors, divisional officers as well as subdivisional officers are responsible for the strict implementation of the decision.
And that's it for today. Thanks for staying with us. Good night, Nadine.
Good night, Babila Jonathan. Fin de ce journal. Mesdames et messieurs, merci pour votre aimable attention et passez d'agréables moments en compagnie de nos programmes.